And our word for today on this memorial of St. Thomas Aquinas on this Tuesday, January the 28th, our word for today is will. Will is our word for today, taken from our gospel reading from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 3. The mother of Jesus and his brothers arrived at the house. Standing outside, they sent word to Jesus and called him. A crowd seated around him told him, "Your mother and your brothers and your sisters are outside asking for you." But he said to them in reply, "Who are my mother and my brothers?" And looking around at those seated in the circle, he said, "Here are my mother and my brothers, for whoever does the will of God is my brother and sister and mother." And people say, "Wow, how could Jesus be so dismissive of his mother?" What did he say? "For whoever does the will of God is my brother and sister and mother." That was a compliment to Our Lady. Of the highest order, it was a compliment to her because she obviously had done the will and continued to do the will of God, thus making her in every way, not only physically, spiritually, and the model for us all, his mother and our mother as well. So everyone who does the will of God is a brother and sister and mother to the Lord Jesus Christ. We are members of his family. In the gospel acclamation today from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 11, "Blessed are you, Father, Lord of heaven and earth, for you have revealed to little ones the mystery of the kingdom." There is great benefit in knowing the Lord Jesus Christ. There isn't anything to brag about. Gift is a faith is a free gift given to us if we are willing to accept it. And the higher the world holds us in esteem, honestly, probably the smarter we are, the more gifted we are. Sometimes the more difficult it is to accept the fact that we need God. I need God. In the most difficult times of life, I am reminded of how much I need God. When things are going well, sometimes, quite frankly, even someone like me, someone as as small as I am in the eyes of the world, sometimes even I forget that I need God. It seems that I'm accomplishing all of it on my own, and then a difficulty comes and reminds me again that I need God, that I belong to God, that I can't do it without God, that I can accomplish anything with Christ, but I can't accomplish anything without him, anything of value. And so we go to him and we want to live out our lives in his will that we might be counted as family members of his. We see in St. Paul's letter to the Hebrews today, chapter 10, "Sacrifice and offering you did not desire, but a body you prepared for me." Speaking of Jesus, "In burnt offerings and sin offerings you took no delight. Then I said, as it is written in the scroll of me, behold, I come to do your will, O God." First, he says, St. Paul points out, "I come to do your will." But first, he says, sacrifices and offerings, burnt offering and sin offerings, you neither desired nor delighted in. These are offset according to the law. Then he says, "Behold, I come to do your will." He takes away the first covenant to establish the second. It can't be done by sacrifices and oblations. It has to be done by uniting our will to God, and that is the only way. By this will, we have been consecrated through the offering of the body of Jesus Christ once for all. Brothers and sisters, we cannot do it in our own strength. We cannot do it in our own wisdom. We can't do it by our own purposing the thing to do it. We need to set our minds, our hearts, and our spirits in line with the will of God, that we might accomplish the will of God, and in that way be counted as a member of the household of God, a family member of the household of God. Will, our word for today.